The plans are designed not just to be reviewed by the Fed and the FDIC, but also to bring some kind of confidence to the marketplace and to the American taxpayer that, in fact, there really is a plan for doing something if one of these banks starts to implode. You said that these plans run to the tens of thousands of pages. All I can say is that what's been released to the public is 35 pages long. That's about 1 page for every 100 subsidiaries that have to be dealt with. I think that the plans that have been released by these companies have not been something that the public can look at and say, yeah, I see that they've got a plan to get through this.
And people are talking about how falling oil prices are going to help the consumer. Well, look, oil prices fell from $150 a barrel down to $32 a barrel in 2008. That helped the consumer too, but it didn't stop the financial crisis. It didn't stop the Great Recession.
Do we all work for central bankers? That's what I want to address to our guest tonight. To answer your question, we are absolutely slaves to central banks, because, and we'd love to be slaves of the economy, but the economic numbers continue to do nothing but trend lower.
Well, there you go. That's a report by John Bound, who's in there running the board right now. Well, the reason I wanted him to do this report, and I'm glad he did, is they've passed another banker bailout for derivatives. So that's their plan, is to rape you for their scams internationally and to send trillions of dollars offshore. So there you go. And you can bet your bottom dollar the Democrats with the Republican leadership are going to vote for it. They know Tea Party Republicans don't vote for it. So they've all circled the wagons to kill the Tea Party. And so all of you out there, when you end up having your pension fund taken, just remember you asked for it because you hated freedom. You hated the Tea Party. You hated low taxes. You hated transparency. You hated Ron Paul. This is what you asked for. This is what you get. Steve, Tim, Nelson, Lee, Victor, we're going to all of you. You're on the air from New York, Steve. Go ahead.
Yes. Greetings, Alex.
Greetings, brother. What's on your mind?
Calling from Albany Airport, and you must think I'm the only passenger in there. I'm actually a pilot, and I'm waiting for a flight. Anyway, I put on the Drudge website, and I'm seeing the first thing in big characters is "not again." And I'm saying, OMG, I hope Drudge is not part of the mainstream media. But there was a link, and I was not surprised to see that was a Wall Street Journal headline. And this is the way the media is perpetrating all this. And I need to go no further. Perpetrating hostilities and dividing. Not again with a exclamation mark. And, you know, I read
Well, I mean, to be fair, I mean, the Drudge Report, InfoWars, whatever, is a mix of government documents, video clips, mainstream news, alternative news. I mean, everybody's saying not again. We don't want a new Ferguson. I mean, I don't even know if the Wall Street Journal's hyping it. It's been the Justice Department and others that have been hyping that it's an epidemic and that it's the cops' fault. Certainly, there's some bad police out there. I mean, I think that's who's really hyping it. Are you saying that just linking to the new event is bad?
No, all I'm saying, I wish Drudge put that in quotes because, you know, not again. But I did go to the link and realize it wasn't Drudge. I'm just saying when the facts are in there, or partial facts anyway, why have a headline like that? Not again. Why not put suspect had gun? And why have a headline like that? Not again.
No, I hear you. What else is on your mind?
Concerning Sony, that was a no-brainer to me. You and Dr. Michael Savage, I think, pinned it well before, pretty much when it came out. And I've been following Sony's in the market, and they've been losing a lot of money, a lot. And that was no surprise to me.
That's right. They're tanking, and I guess this was some desperate stunt. But I think it's blown up in their face because nobody buys into it.
Yes, and I didn't buy into it when I first heard it because I've been keeping track on it with Sony for about 4 or 5 years, and they're really 8 feet under, and it's a desperate move, and this is what greed is. Greed has no thin line.
Well, have a great Christmas, and I guess you're flying folks around for Christmas?
No, unfortunately, in the industry, cargo is more precious than passengers. I'll give you the company acronym, the call letters, UPS. So I'll be working.
All right, well, be safe and have a great Christmas. God bless. Let's talk to Tim in New Hampshire. Go ahead, Tim.
How you doing, Alex?
Good, brother.
First-time caller, long-time listener, forever awake. God bless you and your crew. Merry Christmas. It's my birthday. This is a birthday present to me. I got a call. I'm in with LaRouche Pack, and I got a call last night confirming that ex-President Bush, Dick Cheney, and President Obama were indicted on this torture deal. Have you heard anything about it?
The word is over in Europe, there may be some EU indictments, UN investigations. I mean, Cheney thinks he's above the law, but Obama's been involved in it as well. And then Henry Kissinger's afraid to fly around different parts of the world because there's indictments out for him. And there should be, because it was like, hey, they're al-Qaeda. No, they're not. They torture people to get fake confessions. Good guys don't torture. We've already had big discussions about this, and there is no rule of law. If they break the law and don't get in trouble, then there is no law. Just like Obama has opened the border outside of law and is involved in human smuggling. If he doesn't get in trouble, then the sky's the limit. That's my view.
Well, I also unconfirmed. They told me that Egypt is seeking crimes or seeking criminal actions on Obama and his administration.
Yeah, that's true. That came out in WorldNet Daily 6-8 months ago. They caught him shipping money out of Kenya with Obama's cousin by the tens of millions into radical jihads to launch the war. And you saw our media, Anderson Cooper, cheering on the Muslim Brotherhood, burning up churches and crucifying people, literally. And then the military was able to stop it and then arrested them, and now they're executing them. And I'm not lionizing the Egyptian military, but Hosni Mubarak and that whole crew before were angels compared to the group. And so it really shows how out of control and what revolutionaries the people running our country are. I mean, Obama has been caught. It's come out in their courts, the documents, financing the attempted overthrow of Libya, Egypt, and Syria.
Interesting.
But think about how wild that is.
Very interesting. I think Sony is a false flag. I don't think North Korea did it. And I think the people need to stop allowing us to be divided with these assassinations of the police and everything.
By the way, we now have the interview now available on Google Play and YouTube, but they're charging, right? Let's click on it and see if, yeah, it's customers. Click on it, guys, on TV right now, and we'll see, or on the internet right now, and let's see how much it costs. Let's go to Google Play. Yeah, let's put that out, because they announced just an hour ago that they were going to make it available. The headline is, it's now available. Let's get a screenshot of that and get it in Kurt Nemo's article. All right, sir. God bless you. Appreciate your call. Sorry if I sounded distracted. They just put that on screen. It's a very interactive radio show. Lee in Georgia. We skipped this network break. Go ahead. You're on the air.
Hi, Alex.
Hey, brother.
How are you?
Good.
Hope you're having a Merry Christmas here. Ready to ring a new year here. I have a couple of good, just a quick questions for you. What should one do in this next year to, prepare ourselves for the new year? What do you think should be prescribed for people like us to be safe in your world, in the world we live in that's so weird?
Man, all I know is we're safer by getting our heart right with God, by not living outside our means, and by reaching out to other people and trying to educate them, because the ignorance of the mass of people is what allows the tyrants to operate and take control of society. So every person that's aware of the magician's scams, that's aware of the hat tricks, that's aware that there's not really a rabbit in that hat, there's a trap door on the table, that is what, as Thomas Jefferson said, a highly informed and armed and free citizenry is all that is needed to cure tyranny, to paraphrase him. He said, if you have an educated, informed, motivated population that loves liberty, tyranny will vanish like phantoms at dawn. And that's really it. I mean, if we have an informed public, none of this is able to happen. I mean, look, they can't stage false flags like they could because our people are watching everywhere worldwide. And even when we don't have somebody that catches them, nobody buys it anymore. I mean, the system has no credibility right now. But they intended to get to that point, then implode the old system to bring in an even greater tyranny. We don't want to have a violent revolution. That's their plan. We want to have it be a peaceful transference of power. And still, stuff won't be perfect. But we won't be in this deep cycle of corruption right now.
No, I think you are waking up the American people. Is there anything you could say that we focus on so much negative aspects of it and so much scare tactics, as it were? Is there anything you could do to kind of positive reinforce, to do stuff to make people feel better?
Sure. I personally have noticed it gets people motivated to hear the truth. Hey, your house is on fire. You better get out of it. That's not fear-mongering if it's happening. I'll be quite frank. I don't control most of the ads on the network. When you hear ads, it's something I endorse. I hear ads that are like, the end of the world will happen at this date. Come here. I mean, that makes me really mad. But so there is stuff that goes along with this. There's people that take advantage of our message. Nothing's perfect. But what I say, I really believe. And to come out and say the Sony thing's fake, I don't think of that as fear-mongering. I mean, it shows people, hey, they're coming to censor the web. Let's not let them. It's not fear-mongering if SOPA and CISPA, according to the inventor of the Internet and others, ends freedom of speech.
Just on these things, though, would you agree that that maybe, I mean, it is like, to someone uninitiated, they might actually become more fearful by listening to your show, and I wouldn't want them to definitely be steered in the wrong direction and you know, to just be, you don't want people to be scared, right? You want people to be awake. So.
Absolutely, but we're talking apples and oranges here. There are undoubtedly mentally ill people that are already out there that are going to hear about me covering serious issues and get more upset. That's not my problem. Okay, I mean, if a hurricane blows in and I tell people take shelter, I'm not fear-mongering. If somebody runs to take shelter, falls down the stairs and breaks their neck, I did something moral and good, saying a Category 5 hurricane setting, you might want to get to shelter or drive out of the area. Somebody might have a car wreck driving down the road to get out of the, Houston. That's not my problem. I do what's moral and just. Justice be done, may the heavens fall. They count on people not being scared of the New World Order, not being concerned about real threats, but scared of fake threats. I say don't be scared of fake threats. Be concerned about real threats and make preparation to meet them. And so, no, I'm not trying to scare people, but if someone isn't already seriously concerned, maybe call it scared, something's wrong with them. I mean, one of the best bumper stickers ever said, if you're not upset, you ain't paying attention. I mean, what founded this country was not trusting government, keeping government small, trusting local, trying to be honored-based, and not that we were perfect. Now it's all about flim-flam and glitz and the surface, the packaging, it's all about form over reality, packaging over bona fides. And people get sold on, do what the mainstream media says, you'll have success. In my experience, do what the mainstream media says, you won't have success. And so I'm just here doing what I do. It's hard enough to cover every angle of this, and so that's what it comes down to. But people should be scared they're coming after our guns. They always say, don't be scared, we don't want your guns, as they try to take them. So see, we're the antidote to that.
Thank you for listening to GCN.
If they want to call it fear porn, good. I'm trying to stop race riots. I called it before it started.
As the year is coming to a close, we all pause to reflect on what's happened in the past year. We take a step back and thank God for what we have. I'm David Hall, founder of Diamond Gusset Jeans. At Diamond Gusset, we are celebrating the brush fires of liberty that are spreading across this great nation. Another thing we are celebrating is you. Without the valued listeners of Alex Jones and our loyal customers, we wouldn't be here today. We offer a wonderful online shopping experience. If you receive a pair that doesn't fit, send them back and we'll exchange them at no cost to you.
Beat the shopping rush by visiting us at gusset.com and join our email newsletter to receive some great holiday discounts.
And paying no attention to political correctness, Diamond Gusset wants to wish you all a Merry Christmas. Thanks for believing in our dream, the original 100% American-made Diamond Gusset jean.
You're listening